It's a backtesting session again. Let's go. GBP I'm trying to, this time, I'm trying to concentrate on 4-hour structure and then kind of play with that. So, for example, this wouldn't be so like, I guess, high confluence price range because there are not that many fair value gaps. Like there is that super small one here that you can spot here. So, in that kind of cases, we should probably go up to like that like hourly chart and see like this, and even that is disrespected. But let's just go with this. Yeah. So load the session. This looks like we swept sell side here. Running for the buy side, we created a gap. So this would be like an idea from internal to external range liquidity. So I'd like to go for 50-minute chart and see what's happening. So we drop in. I want to see like 15-minute give like a structural shift, which we obviously do not see. So when this gap kind of fails like this, you could even try to get shorts, but I don't know. News there. Let's just look at how's the hard time frame looking at. Like, oh, we're clearly trying to go here. So yeah, that's the bias, 100%. I will take sell if from this 50-minute gap, if 1 minute gives us structural shift, because this would be like internal to external range liquidity, and this is the draw, overall draw. So 1 minute. Okay, so 1 minute. The problem is 1 minute could just end up dropping immediately, but we need to see like this market coming a little bit higher. So yeah, definitely cannot take this if market doesn't come back up before sweeping. That kind of manipulated, swept a lot of sell side, came up. I will try this again if we get a shift, because I don't know about this. Is this like an SMT or something? But I will try this as well, because this is a market structure shift in an area where I want to see it anyway. Now the structure starts to break downside, but it's kind of choppy, so it can't do anything really. Yeah, this is bad action. Like when market tapped me in there, started going, it shouldn't really break anymore to the upside. It's just kind of chopping like that, and that would have ended up working. You can see how that kind of plays out, but I'm not willing to hold over all of this shit. Like market needs to move when it's supposed to move, you know what I'm saying? Or otherwise I'm not willing to participate. That's the simple thing here. We're kind of in an area where I don't really know. I guess we could come up here, then move kind of lower, but there could be a reason for market to come up here, and plus we've swept a little bit of the sell side and we are in daily order block here. But yeah, the overall draw is towards this because we could have rejected this, but since we traded so far down and we are now here, I think we should take that weekly there. So I have identified M15 area here. I will take that if 1 minute shifts structure in here, and I wanna see sweep at that high. Unfortunately, that might not happen, but again, you have to be kind of picky with this. Here, then we invalidate that. So what can I do? Let's go to New York. Well, this is annoying. The target that I identified, it's a news event that drives towards that target, so I don't really know what to think about this. Well, this is weekly fair value gap, and this is daily order block like this, so this could be an area where we are seeing actually like rejection far up. So I would be interested in that, but we can just do this. So yeah, market doesn't really respect that order block here. I'ma just skip to the next day, you know what I'm saying? Is there like a monthly area? No, really. There are no monthly areas really, but I would want to see. Let's look at this gap. 50% level is nowhere near tagged. Let's just see if we can come back up here. Well, we're selling off. We disrespected that gap, which I don't like in terms of selling, but we are selling quite aggressively all the way from here, and but yeah, I'm not taking that. Would I take a long? No, I don't like the structure either there. I think this is kind of consolidating. Maybe this is now the trade to go short. I would have possibly considered shorts from this, but it didn't get tagged anyway, so New York. I don't have any clear target right now. This is the only one that got already swept. I guess we could get long because the structure got broke to the upside, so if this comes back to this area, I will be looking for market maker buy model in 1 minute if that is something the price wants to offer. Yeah, we break structure there. Now usually if you take this and the first candles are like this, that's just super bad confluence. Like maybe I should have gone break even aggressively there. I'm interested in this area now. You can see what market ends up doing there. We come to the area that I mark out, and then we just leave like aggressively. Now the fact is that I should try to get in like from the breaker, because otherwise the risk to reward is too bad. The problem is the price might not want to come down. Okay, should have taken profits there, I don't know really. Market is kind of messing with me. Why is this session starting from 9 a.m.? Let's go to New York time. Then I can see that more clearly. 7 a.m. New York. I don't know why it says that. I never trade 7 a.m. from New York from 7 a.m. So New York should then start from 3. Yeah? I don't know. London should start from A. Nah, I don't know. Let's just move. Don't like the structure. What can I say? That's bad. Okay. Now we're moving higher. This is exactly what you need to see now. I'm still interested in longing towards higher in this range, which means M15 structure looks like this. Let's take a projection. We don't quite come to the equilibrium, which I don't like. Now we're displacing lower M1. Moving higher. New York. So we basically end up going higher at first. Then we don't come back to this gap, which I want to see because that would be a nice sell side sweep. We got equal lows. I mean, this technically came down, but I would want to see more of that. And we didn't take the equilibrium, so actually, let's just take a look at this. Well, yeah, we are not even close to equilibrium. Could you at least like tap that? I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to do that, because if you think about it, we are in an area of possible reversal. We swept liquidity, so this is the first time we swept liquidity, the second time here. So this could be a valid buy. M1 could offer buy from like trying to catch a swing towards that high. Okay, now we are in the equilibrium. Yeah, we end up moving higher from there, but that's kind of choppy structure anyway. Again, I tried to long too early, I believe, so. Look at that, that's 4-hour area. I should have been looking at that 4-hour area then. The interest would have been at possible reversals in a 50-minute, which doesn't happen too clean. Like you could have tried to long from here, but which would have resulted in a loss. So better was to stay out there, but higher price still expected, minimum at that height. I hope that they don't get swept. I think this is going to run towards those highs. There you go. This is not offering too much. The next trade would happen inside of this if we retrace before going higher, which doesn't seem like it's about to happen. No. There you go. At this point, I could even be waiting to see like a sell model starting to play out, like a smart money reversal in 50 minutes. Because if you look at this, we kind of chop higher. We have multiple areas of consolidation. This would be your market maker buy model towards this area, and then possible reversal down. So let's look at this. So if we violate this area, print that. You know what? I don't like to pick tops, but if we are moving lower, we could be able to catch this. So and I don't know, maybe this is like bad idea or something, but this kind of breaks structure cleanly. So I'm taking 0.5% sell. You can see how that ends up breaking lower. I would be break even at this point. Let's go like 50% off there, because you know, stop at that high. That's good. And let's just like London. So you can see how that ends up reversing from there. So that was a nice one. So now we got, okay, we're reversing, I mean, balancing away from this, which we didn't disrespect. So this means that we are still kind of bullish from here. But if we are, let's say if we see a bounce away from this gap, that would be a nice confluence to short. Okay, I do like this as an idea. So you could add to the existing position here. Let's like try to have something like this. The old stop trailing. Okay, I don't like this action at all. You start to break lower. These are like higher time frame swings right now, but the price action kind of, you can see if I try to intraday trade this, the structure is kind of choppy, and if the idea is to move lower anyway, like, yeah, I can catch like break of structure, get a short from here. Would have been nice probably, but I just felt more of that conviction right here. So we're up here that much, so I'm closing another 50% off, because I want to be able to take the profits out when that's possible. Yeah. I'm also taking profits out of this one, because sorry, this is the, yeah, so I'm moving stop around there. Let's just have that there. And let's go to London. So continuing to move lower, which just means that we are establishing bearish order flow. We are in 4-hour market maker sell model, in my opinion, or hourly, whatever you want to call it. But we got that 4-hour gap here, which we want to see a rejection away from. I mean, that rejection is quite aggressive. Do I want to take a trade? I mean, the problem is that the trade kind of, if I wanted to take that would have happened already. So I'm gonna just try like 0.5. Actually, no. If that wants to tag me in 0.5% limit, that it can do that. Okay, that was clear one. And we are still in this position as well, so I would add this as well actually. So you know what, I'm willing to close this because actually let's just see, because the overall draw is down here. Let's just close this. We got the other position open here as well. So let's just keep that open. We come back to the area. This would be a closure there. With those positions, that was pretty nice one. These three positions. I could have made more money to be honest there, but at least I was able to make something. This is pretty high volume move up. How's that fair value gap respected? On point to that top. That's interesting. That's our gap. If we get like a convincing break of structure to the downside in a 5 minute. How about this? No, too much volume higher. I don't like it. Like when market comes to your area with this kind of candle, I really want to take it. For hour again. So actually, even though I said that we were in sell model, now I think we are going to drive up because of that up volume. We got that gap. Yeah. So let's see if we can sweep a little bit more sell side. Even though I'm expecting buy side action, I'm kind of okay. This is annoying because market probably is not giving us entry. Like, okay, let's just review this. Where I could have entered. I mean, fair value gaps being created there. Yeah, I could have tried something there, but I don't really know. Swept buy side. Hard to say where we're going. Maybe like up here. Although the weekly gap got mitigated into, so we could just like fall down. We also built a lot of sell side here, so concerning that, we got like a small gap here, which we never mitigated. So I would rather sell. I mean, I don't know. This is clearly a news event as well, so we need to just look at this. I don't think we have enough structure to sell at all. Like, it's just way too wiki straightforward. And then the rest of the price action is like this, like, nah. Next session, we came down as I was thinking, but how could I have taken that? I don't know. I just don't know, but you see how that precision, like, I marked that 50-minute fair value gap there. If someone is saying that market is not algorithmic when it comes to that level exactly and then leaves, that's just mad. You know what I'm saying? But now that we've taken all of that, even the extreme fair value gap up here, now I think we could be falling heavily, which just means that we are in sell model, which means by extension that I want to see market coming back here. Realistically, I would want to see that before moving lower, but I guess market is a little bit too bearish right now. New York, please, man. Could you retrace? I cannot take anything here. It's so annoying, frustrating, man. I guess we tapped here into the gaps, so I could have... I don't really know what to do there. At the end of the day. So, next session, we didn't take the liquidity there. So, like... This is now a new fair value gap from which we could see a rejection. So... Okay, how about this? I do kind of like it. Okay, didn't work out. It's probably going to still work out. It's just kind of doing some weird shit there. I'm trying this again because it kind of started moving. Okay, you can see this is beautiful actually right now. Okay, this shouldn't really come back up. I'm kind of concerned because I don't really know. You know what? I'm closing fully there. I don't give a fuck anymore. That was a beautiful trade. I believe that was probably a news event there, which you need to be kind of like a... I don't really know. I mean, in this case, it kind of worked out, but sometimes the news event could drive price up like that. And what I would say is that if this is like retail sales or some... I don't even know what all the news are, like some like high impact news, but they are not that high impact at the end of the day. Like, look at this candle. Like, yeah, the range is heavy, but I don't think that the range was like absolutely mad when you're looking at the context of the whole day. So Asian and London session combined, we moved 60 pips there. The news candle in 1 minute was 42 pips. So it's like two-thirds of the like daily range that had been created already, which is like relatively big, but I don't know. Regardless, good trade. I'm trying to catch like these higher RR trades now, like, and you can see like, yeah, my win rate is probably right now like something like 40 or 30, but I got back into profits, and very nice profits, because I'm trying to now catch the little bit higher RR trades and try to actually go with the 4-hour idea. So sometimes I would be like a little bit scared to take a sell, let's say, in here, because someone would say for me that, oh, you need to wait for the equilibrium, which just means that in 4-hour chart this would be the equilibrium, and we are nowhere near that. Or even if you draw it from the bodies, nowhere near in the equilibrium. So then that would mean that this is invalid. But is it really? You are in an 4-hour area where it's possible that market reverses, and so if market gives you enough confluences that it's in fact reversing, then there should be no reason for you to be too concerned about whether it will reverse or not. So that was pretty nice one. And look, I had my stop probably up here somewhere. I could have easily had it here. Now, the reason why I want to give it a little bit room to breathe, because the first entry was here. Now, obviously, if you're looking at the 4-hour area and then M15 to enter, this shouldn't really be valid because there's no M50 fair value gap. So this was actually invalid setup. But even like here, I would have been saved had I had my stop up here. But yeah, good idea. Move to London session. Remove drawings. Coming down here, maybe. Especially when you took that ERL, ran for the external range. Now the next targets would be down here and down here. Looking at the gaps. This one. Could we trade back into that, please? Actually, yeah. Exactly. Okay, we explode kind of through that. And take a lot of liquidity upside, which there is actually fair value if you look at it closely. So we could still like reverse down, but this looks like a candle that I don't want to be a part of. So let's just move to London next session. So that's a kind of doji, and this closure is kind of turtle soup where you sweep that low and now we would be in a buy model towards this high. That's definitely what I'm thinking. And definitely not going to take sells anywhere here. Now because I'm trying to catch a little bit better RR, I'm trying to look for M1 to, or like let's say price drop into this range and then M1 to shift higher. So let's see if I can have something like that. So we don't have the equilibrium. Okay, so M1 is kind of resisting to go lower, which in some case London likes to move aggressively, which means this could just explode higher. And but I cannot take this. Okay, we are here, and then we just drop through that area. Don't give anything here, which I need to reevaluate now. That's an order block. I mean this is the more like clear one. You can see how we trade back into that, the respect that on point. So this is kind of nice. Let's just mark out that one because that's the latest one where we kind of had down close candle and then engulfing. So if this gives like a nice shift higher, let's see. At least it's kind of consolidating, but we closed below, which I don't like. So market is not really clean right now in my opinion. In my humble opinion, so. Okay, so how about this one? No. My intuition says that this is too choppy of a price action for me to take it. How about this one as this break of structure? Well, the problem is here that we took that for like a, but we could because we are so consolidating, I think we could come back down before moving. So I'm actually now not going to take longs before we see more of something. So yeah, the price action is just bad. I don't like none of this. So can we calm down? Okay, well, you see, I was all looking too long from here, but the breaker structure that happens is this one, and we took with the same candle that target there, so there's no trade there, man. That, I guess that could be some type of news candle, but that's just annoying. And you can see this strategy doesn't necessarily offer like abundance of entries, but when I trade like GU, EU, gold, sometimes silver, I look for NAS 100, I look for all the different forex pairs like USD CAD, all the different like USD pairs, USD CHF, USD JPY, GBP, JPY. When you have a lot of pairs, there can also be a lot of setups. So, but yeah. So this is a bearish for our range. This is the extreme fair value gap, or technically this is the extreme one. But I don't really mind if price just rejects from here. That could easily happen. So I was looking at the higher time frame. This is the daily gap, but I like the 4-hour one better. So we could see like a rejection play from here and see like a massive rejection down. But because of the candle is massive to the upside, I need to see like proper New York like properly disrespecting this bullish things. So for example here, what do I like this? Well, the thing is we could calm down, but that would be a little bit odd price action in my opinion. I will try this with, let's take 0.4% sell. So this M15 shift in structure, I'm trying 0.4% sell simply because. Okay, so we come down, go to this gap, reject higher. I'm not in this no more. Look, this could easily come up here, especially like the model that I'm doing with right now is like the 4-hour fair value gap, then scale to 50-minute and look for a breaker structure to go long. But this is the same model in 50-minute and 1 minute, so you can see internal range liquidity in 50 minutes. That's your internal range liquidity. And then when you purge that, you scale down to 1 minute. You see a breaker structure. You can enter literally off of anywhere. Take that. Stop down here. In which case the external could be the target. And so I don't like how this could be playing out as I'm selling. So if markets just wanted to dump through this gap, that's the reason why I wanted to take it. But I understand why this would play out, and that's why I also got out break even. Okay. I think I'm getting better with this.